Hey, welcome back to Land of the Wombats. Today we're going to have a look at what to do when you've got a tree full of lemons. And this tree is absolutely chock full of fruit. It's amazing. A couple of years ago, this tree had sort of succumbed to phytophthora, which is like a fungi type uh, uh, disease, and basically died back and ended up skeletonizing it and surrounding it with lime, and it sort of bounced back from that, which is really good. So if you've got a tree that's a little bit sickly like that, I recommend doing that. But we now have a full tree load of fruit, and there are hundreds of lemons on there. What do you do with lemons? Well, you use lemons all the time. I mean, we use them in wine making, preserving, jam making, also in salad dressings. So, but you don't need them all the time. So I don't know what most people do with lemon trees, but I know what we do, and we're going to basically harvest all these things. So hang with us, watch what we do with them, and get to learn. No worries. So we'll get on with harvesting now. Yeah, and after a couple of minutes of picking, we've got heaps and heaps of lemons ready to process. So hang in there, and we'll show you how we do that. We're going to juice up all of these lemons, and it's really super easy to do if you've got a fruit press. You can actually do it slowly, the old school method, using one of these like manual fruit squishers, but yeah, it's going to take you a while, but you can do it. First thing you need, sharp knife. Yeah, you want to make sure it's sharp. Now I cut the lemons in half because, I just got to watch the knife, and cut them in half because it's easier on the fruit press, basically. But you can actually chuck them in as is. It's they will actually squash up in the fruit press. Just easier to cut them in half. You want to go a bit easier on your machines too. So cut it in half, into the bucket, and we will cut up all of these. You can see how quick and easy it is. It's not hard work. And yeah, once the bucket's full, we'll take it out and chuck it in the fruit press, squash out the juice. When you've got a lot of fruit to press, a fruit press machine is actually a really, really good time-saving machine. So all we're going to do is chuck all of this bucket load of lemons, half-cut lemons, into the cylinder, and we'll squash it down and produce, and you'll be able to see the juice coming out of it. It's a great machine, ingenious. Whoever came up with this, absolute genius. So I'll just pour them in, and hopefully I don't lose too many. There's quite a lot of lemons. Yeah. Now we've washed all these, so there's no real issues on that front. And the juice that'll come out will be very, very good. And that press actually takes about just a bit less than the full bucket. So if I can squash it down, which I can't do, it's too hard, I'll get this going. So this goes there, these arms snap into place, and we screw them into place. As I was saying, this is an ingenious design, and then you just lower the press. You've got to make sure it lines up really nicely with the timber. You don't want to squash the timber. There we go, nice and lined up. Just watch the juice coming out now. And what we'll do, once we've got some space, I'll lift it up a bit, and we'll put these spare lemons in. You can see how much it's going down. It's taking a fair bit of force now. So we've got a fair bit of room in there. It's the presser plate's about there. So we'll lift this back up. We'll chuck in these last few lemons, and we'll squash it down. No point not doing a full load, I reckon. Take these back. Super simple machine. I mean, look at that, that's easy. There's the last of them. And bang. snaps into place. And these locking nuts are really good. Very, very heavy duty. The whole machine's heavy duty. Now let's go for it. We've got all the bucket of lemons in there. It's lined up nicely with the timber. And then we'll just squash it down. Yeah, it's actually taking a bit of force now, which is why we cut the lemons in half in the first place. Look at that. Look at that juice coming out. That's awesome. Now, you're not going to need this much juice all at once, so we'll chuck it in the freezer. And you can just basically use it as you would straight from the freezer. It keeps pretty well. I find it keeps for about 6 to 12 months in the freezer. I mean, it's fairly acidic, not much is going to live in it. You can see I'm really starting to put some effort into it now. I'm sure they've got these with electric motors. A couple of horsepower wouldn't hurt. Don't have that. Just got crisp power. You can see I'm really, really pushing it hard now. And the lemon juice is really... I don't think I can do it much more than that. Give it a bit of a tilt. Put the whole thing back a bit. That's about as much juice as we'll get out of them. That'll just keep dribbling out for a while. So we'll transfer this into glass jars and put them in the freezer and they'll freeze solid. So the 2 buckets of lemons produced this much lemon juice. That's a lot of lemon juice. We're looking at about just under 3.5 litres, which is just under a gallon. So we store them in these jars and they stay in the freezer. And I don't fill them up fully in case it expands once it freezes. You don't want to pop the lid off and have like lemon juice going everywhere. These hold about 250 mils each, which means that you need 13 jars. And all I do is basically pour this stuff into the jar. So try not to spill it everywhere, I reckon. And that's good. That's about as much as I'm going to put in there. Whack a lid on it and put it in the freezer. And that's it. So thanks very much for watching.